very funny. Everyone knows she's really funny. I knew she was really funny. We knew each other socially before this. But to me, some of the most surprising stuff that Sarah did was dramatic stuff. We have some pretty intense, like, emotional scenes together in this movie. And in fact, the last time I saw the movie, there's this one thing that happens at the end where she gives me a hug and completely burst into tears. Like, I know what's going to happen. I made the movie, you know, I did the animation, but something about their friendship in the movie, my characters and Sarah's characters, is really touching.
Did you give them any?
What are some of the things Wreck-It Ralph does that you wish you can do?
Well, I have pretty big hands, but I can't smash buildings yet. Yeah, I don't know. That destructive power is kind of an awesome thing. It's sort of like a friendly Hulk, right?
Did you give them any sort of motion reference? I mean, obviously it's not motion capture.
No, it's not motion capture. That's like a dirty word at Disney Studios. The animators are like, oh, we don't do motion capture here. Please, we're artists. But I did go in and do kind of motion studies for them where I would act out the character and, you know, they would videotape me so they would have some kind of reference when they were, you know, when they were deciding what the guy moved like, that they could kind of match it to what I was thinking when I did the voice.
What was it like when you first got to see your character revealed, knowing that so many characteristics of yours were put into Ralph?
Well, it was a slow reveal, actually. You know, the animation process takes years. They were working on this for 4 years or something, and I was on it for about 2 years. So I saw in the beginning, my character started out with this weird ape-like monster with a horn sticking out of his head, and then he was a caveman for a second, and then he was like this one-horned monster with my hair photoshopped on top of him. So it took a second to like kind of understand what it was actually going to be, and I finally had to say, like, Rich, I need to know what life form this character is going to be so I can start to fill in the detail. But yeah, it is a shock. In the final, when you see the final screening of the film, to see like all the little gestures, like kind of like weird little idiosyncratic things that you do yourself, seeing them show up in the animation was like, hey, wait a minute, I do that. Like, those guys must have been watching me.
And then you got to actually sometimes work with some of the other co-stars. It wasn't always alone days in the VO booth. What was that like?
It was mostly working with the other actors, and we really made a big effort on this one to do that, because we wanted to be able to improvise with each other and kind of, you know, see what we came up with in the room. There's some really funny, great improvisers in the cast.
More kid-friendly movies? More kid-friendly? Will we see you in more kid-friendly movies?
I hope so. I love kids.